Where there's a hostage situation is what we're told. It's a shocking incident from Mumbai's Powai area where a man has held several children hostage. That is the news coming in. The man apparently wants to speak to someone. The entire motive is unclear, but as you can imagine, a very, very worrying situation with these children being held hostage. Authorities are working to resolve the situation peacefully and ensure the children's safety. We will get you more details on this shocking story emerging from Mumbai, from Powai in Mumbai, where a man who's believed to be mentally disturbed has taken children hostage. There's some kind of demand that he is making. He wants to speak to someone, it seems, and he has taken several children hostage, claiming that he wants to speak to someone. That is what we know so far. The entire motive is unknown, but there you can see the visuals coming, and it is inside this building that the man has taken these children hostage. Now all efforts are being made to ensure the safety of the children. Negotiations and efforts to reach out to this person are currently taking place, but obviously the priority is to ensure the children's safety, where this man has taken these children hostage. That is the breaking news coming in from Powai in Mumbai, where a man has taken several children hostage. He is now been identified as Rohit Arya, is what we're told, and he has taken these children hostage. Sujata Dwivedi joining us on the phone line for more. Sujata, very, very worrying situation there. What is the latest you can tell us? Now the man has been identified. How many children are with him?
Well, certainly in a very shocking situation here, where a man who's said to be mentally ill is currently locked himself in with some children as hostages. And a video that has been released by the man clearly states that he is not going to harm the children in any manner, but if his demands are not met, and that too in the video he's clearly mentioning that he wants to ask some of these questions to authorities, and unless and until his answer is he's not being answered and not allowed to cross question, he won't let the children go. Now Mumbai police is trying to get into connection with this man who is currently being stated as mentally ill from police sources. What are his demands, and how do cops react to pacify the situation at this point is something very important, because children are told to be with him since quite some time, and in an area like Powai, which is of course a high residential area. How was this man able to get these children with him, lock himself in, and then put up this video is something that the police is currently investigating. But yes, a very shocking situation where a man who's locked himself up with children and stating that unless and until his questions are not answered, he's going to keep the children hostages. And that too is also warning that if he's killed, he too might end up harming the children, and if his questions are not answered, then somebody else will be questioning the same to authorities. What are his questions? In what condition is he talking is something that the police at this point is investigating. But what we get to know from our sources is that police is trying to establish a communication with this man to pacify and understand his mood, and thereafter act accordingly.
That's right, Sujata. Now, there is this video that is available of this man speaking out. What we do, what we're learning right now is that these are around 10 children that he has with him in this RA studio. That's the building you can see on your screens there, RA studio. And it seems that he might have called these children for some kind of an audition. It's not clear. We're waiting for more clarity on this. But that is how these children came to this building, RA studio. There you can see on your screens. And he has taken them hostage. There is a video also available of him making certain demands, speaking out. Sujata, if you've seen that video, if you could tell us, what he's saying. The person has been identified as Rohit Arya, and he's the person who, called these students, they called these children. Clearly, it was some sort of a plan he had, and now he is breaking news coming in that the children have been rescued as well. Sujata, more details if you could provide us. What is the latest that you're hearing?
Well, certainly, and to start with, yes, as per sources, the children who are in touch with this man, they have been rescued and they have been safely rescued so far. And the man too, with whom the Mumbai police were in contact, he too will be questioned now to understand from where and how was he able to get these children to him. It would be too early to say that whether the children were there for an audition or what for what purpose. But what about the parents' children? Did they know this man from the start, and what are his demands is something the police is going to investigate. But Mumbai police at this point stating that all the children have been rescued and the accused has been arrested because the kids, like he had even mentioned in his video, that they will not be harmed initially, but if his questions are not answered, the children will be harmed too. Now, this a clear warning by the man stating that he's not alone in this entire case. There are other people too who will be supporting him if he is either rescued or if he does not survive the entire situation. So clearly he did say that he shouldn't be triggered. If he's triggered to a saturation point, he'll be then enacting in a harsh way to the children. And now that the children have been
All right, so that is
man to get to a level where he took these children.
That's right. So that is some good news coming in. Much relief, one can imagine, for the families, for the parents, these children who were taken hostage by this individual. You can see that video on your screens that was released in which he was making certain demands to the police. However, all the children are now safe. That is the main issue. The children are safe. All of them have been rescued. The man has been taken into custody. So this incident unfolded in Powai in Mumbai, where several of these children were held hostage at the RA studio there, and then this video was released where this man made certain demands, and there were negotiations with him, and finally all children have been released. They have been safely rescued, and the man has been taken into custody. So, shocking incident there in Mumbai's Powai, where a man held several children hostage. Some reports suggest that he called the children there for some sort of work in the studio. It's the RA studio. Auditions was the pretext. According to some reports, this person's name is Rohit Arya, and 10 children were held hostage, but all of them have now been rescued. So that is the good news, the breaking news coming in, that all the children have been rescued and released, and this man has been taken into custody. We're not sure exactly what those demands were and what is it that he wanted out of this entire episode, but good news really, with all the children having been rescued safely. The man has been taken into custody. This was RA studio in Mumbai's Powai, where this individual who may be mentally disturbed, we're not clear that he took these children hostage and made some demands. He was in touch with the police, negotiations were carried out, and now all the children have been released, all the children are rescued, and the man too has been taken into custody. So that is the big breaking news coming out on this story, that all the 10 children have come out safe, that they have all been rescued. That is what the Mumbai police have said on the situation in Powai, that all the children are safely rescued, that he was making certain demands from the police, and he had taken all these children hostage in this RA studio in Powai. However, now the good news that the situation has been handled, the man has been taken into custody, and all the children have been rescued. So, hostage situation there in Powai, where this man took as many as 17 children hostage, is what we're told. This kidnapper, Rohit Arya, in fact, made this video. He put out this video in which he made an address claiming that he was, instead of dying by suicide, that it was this plan that he had hatched, that he had some demands, moral, ethical demands, and he wanted to talk to some people, it seems. It's not clear who those people are. But he said that he did not want any money or anything, that he's not a terrorist and didn't want anything immoral. However, finally those children have been released. So it's not clear what really prompted this what the motivation was for this taking of children hostage. But the good news is that all the 17 children were told, the Mumbai police has released a statement saying all the children have been rescued safely. So you can imagine what crisis it was for the parents, what a worrying situation it must have been at the time. But now all the children have been rescued safely. This is an individual, Rohit Arya, who made this entire plan. Let's dip into this video in which he's made these demands. Do remember, the police think that he could be mentally disturbed, clearly under a lot of stress to have taken these children hostage. So we're just going to listen into a bit of what he says.
मुझे कुछ लोगों से बात करनी है, उनको सवाल पूछने हैं उनके। मैं रोहित आर्या, सुसाइड करने की जगह मैंने एक प्लान बनाया और कुछ बच्चों को इधर हॉस्टेज रखा है। मेरे को ज़्यादा डिमांड्स नहीं है, बहुत सिंपल डिमांड्स है, बहुत मॉरल डिमांड्स है, बहुत एथिकल डिमांड्स है। और मेरे कुछ सवाल है, मुझे कुछ लोगों से बात करनी है, उनको सवाल पूछने हैं, उनके जवाब पर अगर मुझे काउंटर क्वेश्चन है तो मुझे काउंटर क्वेश्चन पूछना है। लेकिन मुझे ये जवाब चाहिए, मुझे दूसरा कुछ नहीं चाहिए। ना मैं टेररिस्ट हूँ, ना मेरी बहुत बड़ी पैसों की डिमांड है, कुछ भी पैसों की डिमांड तो है ही नहीं, इमोरल तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। सिंपल कॉन्वर्सेशंस करने हैं और जिसके लिए मैं इन बच्चों को हॉस्टेज लिया है। ये मैंने एक प्लान के तहत ही हॉस्टेज लिया है। लेट्स चेंज 4 मैं सच में करने वाला हूँ। अगर ज़िंदा रहा तो मैं करूँगा, अगर मैं मर गया तो कोई और करेगा, लेकिन होगा ज़रूर। इन्हीं बच्चों के साथ होगा अगर इनको हार्म नहीं होता है तो। बिकॉज द स्लाइटेस्ट रॉन्ग मूव फ्रॉम योर एंड विल ट्रिगर मी कि मैं ये पूरा जगह को आग लगा दूँ और उसमें मर जाऊँ। मैं मर जाऊँ या नहीं मर जाऊँ, बच्चे अननेसेसरी हर्ट होंगे, ट्रॉमाटाइज डेफिनेटली होंगे। उसके ऊपर कुछ होगा तो मुझे पता नहीं, उसका जिम्मेदार मुझे ना गिना जाए, उसका जिम्मेदार उन लोगों को गिना जाए जो अननेसेसरी ये ट्रिगर कर रहे हैं, जबकि एक नॉर्मल कॉमन पर्सन सिर्फ बात करना चाहता है। मेरी बातें ख़त्म होने के बाद मैं खुद ही बाहर आऊँगा, मैं अकेला नहीं हूँ, मेरे साथ।
All right, so there you heard this individual clearly very disturbed, and it's good to know that all the children are safe. Do remember whatever you heard there, the children are now safe. Let's go across to Sujata. Sujata, very disturbing account really, and one can imagine the kind of fright the parents went through. But the good news is that all the 17 children have been rescued safely. Any more details of what exactly triggered this incident?
Well, absolutely. And at present, we are here at this spot where this man had kept all of these children hostages. Behind me, you see this building. This is where the entire incident took place. And this is the very first floor from where visuals were seen circulating, where the children were trying for help. And like you see, police officials are currently trying to get this out. But yes, this is the entire situation here where there are these food items that are being kept, and what exactly was the reason will now be understood after the accused is his questioned, and thereafter the situation will get a better view of it. But like you see here are these police officials who are present at this spot. There are these other police officials who are currently investigating, and then they are trying to understand what exactly were his demands. Children currently have been rescued. They have been safely rescued, is the statement which has been given by Mumbai police officials. And like you see that these police officials are stating that all of these children, they have been safely rescued. There are people who are present here right outside the spot. आप थे यहाँ पे जब ये पूरा चीज हुआ?
हाँ, मुझे पता चला गया कि बिना सिक्योरिटी के 5 लोग अंदर जाने के थे।
अच्छा,
40 बच्चे थे, एक जन को तो घायल भी कर दिया।
बच्चा घायल हुआ है?
वो किडनैपर था, वो
किडनैपर घायल हुआ है। अच्छा, तो किडनैपर को यहाँ से निकाले तो आपने देखा?
हाँ, लेके गए एम्बुलेंस में लाते।
अच्छा, और अब ये पुलिस वाले ऐसे सिक्योरिटी वाले सबको अंदर लेके जाने देते हैं? आप बोल रहे?
कमांडो लोग।
अच्छा,
वो पता लगा। हाँ, पता चला।
हाँ, आप थे अंकल यहाँ पे, क्या पता आपको?
मालूम पड़ा कैसा हुआ तो मैं आया।
हाँ।
लेकिन जब वो किडनैपर तो हम लोग गए थे यहाँ पे, तो पहले अपने इधर नहीं आने देते।
हाँ, so they were not allowed to move in is what these people are saying. There are other these people who are currently being told. आपने यहाँ पे
यांनी जाहिरात दिली होती की असं शूटिंगला मुलं पाहिजे आहेत म्हणून सर्व पालक शूटिंग मध्ये आणली होती की मुलांना पिक्चर मध्ये काम भेटेल.
बच्चों को ऑडिशन के लिए बुलाया गया था.
काम भेटेल पण त्याच्या नावाखाली आज दुपारी रोज ती मुलं दुपारी क्लासला बाहेर यायची. पण आज दुपारी त्या मुलांना बाहेर सोडण्यात आलं तर त्यांनी काहीतरी बहुतेक पोलिसांना फोन केला असेल. आता बाबा कोण होता आतमध्ये ज्याने बंद करून ठेवलं होतं तो. आता ते जो ऑडिशन घेत होता रोहित आर्या करून जो व्यक्ती होता तोच असेल. तर त्याच्यासोबत किती माणसं होती आपलं ते काय
हिंदी में बताइए कि क्या हुआ था. हिंदी में बताइए कि क्या हुआ था.
पोलिसांनी खूप चांगलं सहकार्य केलं. इतकी तातडीने पोलीस यंत्रणा कामाला लागली. फायर ब्रिगेड सुद्धा आली आणि त्यांनी ह्या घाबरलेल्या मुलांना आतमध्ये तुम्ही बघू शकता. हा जो स्टुडिओ हा पूर्णपणे सील बंद स्टुडिओ. सगळे पॅरेंट्स पण आतमध्ये आणि सगळे पालक पण आणि लहान मुलं पण आतमध्ये. पोलीस
हिंदी में बताइए.
चांगली कामगिरी त्या
आप हिंदी में बताइए. हिंदी में बताइए कि क्या हुआ था.
असं काय सांगता येणार.
कितने बच्चे मौजूद थे.
गर्दीमध्ये काय समजत नव्हतं.